Daniel Kariuki, KTN.
Moving on, a news conference organized by the Sudanese Rapid Support Forces and its allies failed to take place even after changing the venue twice.
This was after the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Sudan strongly condemned Kenya's involvement in the crisis by hosting the RSF to operate in Kenya to undermine the government of Sudan.
According to the Sudanese government, allowing RSF to hold a meeting in Kenya amounted to supporting the creation of an alternative government in Sudan, and this violates international laws.
But the spokesman of RSF, Izzadin Al-Safi, has denied the claims, saying they're not in the country to create an alternative government, but to assess the source of evil in Sudan and find a permanent solution.
Well, Vera Mora with the details.
A news conference organized by the Rapid Support Forces, RSF, and its allies at the KICC Nairobi was cancelled in the last minute and taken to a private hotel before it was abandoned altogether. This was telltale signs of escalating diplomatic hostility between Kenya and Sudan, following Kenya's move to allow the group to organize a meeting of signing a peace agreement with other opposition parties. Through an official letter, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Sudan strongly criticized Kenya, saying that it has violated international laws and good neighbor lines, and that these actions mean that Kenya is supporting the group to form an alternative government in Sudan. At the same time, the minister pointed out that giving shelter to the leaders of the RFS and other opposition groups and allowing them to spread propaganda while continuing to kill civilians, rape women, and invade refugee camps means that Kenya is supporting the evils. The groups have camped in Nairobi, where they say the mission of their meeting is to assess the situation in Sudan, and denied they were forming an alternative government.
The coming 2-3 days, absolutely the Sudanese people will discuss different areas, different principles that will unify Sudan, will bring peace to Sudan, will address the humanitarian challenges in Sudan. And therefore, we would like to extend our thankful and gratitude to the people of Kenya, to the government of Kenya.
The group is expected to hold their final meeting and address journalists in Kenya, but a section of Kenyan opposition leaders have criticized the Kenyan government for hosting the groups.
And it is an embarrassment knowing the kind of brains we have that have guided us in the past in terms of foreign policy that gave us a lot of respect internationally. We were respected and feared as a country that knew what we wanted to do, where we wanted to go, and how. As it is today, if you ask any person sitting for an exam to write about the Kenyan foreign policy, ataaguka ama apite.
Meanwhile, President William Ruto has suspended Nairobi-led South Sudan peace talks at Juba's request, saying mediation will resume in March after further consultations. Sudan's crime may further tarnish Kenya's reputation. Vera Mora, KTN.
Away from diplomacy, top leader